Hey, Jeff Kresge here, the Jamestown Lakers Bantam B team. We're going to talk Hockey 101, the breakout. There are three options for breakouts. The first one we'll talk about is the wing center option. So what we have here is two wings, a center and two defensemen. We've got the puck in the corner on the left-hand side of the rink. We also see an opposing defenseman there at the point on the left-hand side. So if our defenseman gets the puck down in the corner, here's the routine. The winger on the strong side is going to go to the hash marks. The center is going to loop down across the faceoff dot and drive up the faceoff dots from the rink. The weak side wing is going to drive to the middle, looking for a break, and the defenseman is going to cover the front of the slot just in case anything untoward should occur. So let's take a look. So the puck goes up the boards to the wing drops it off to the center, and we use this option for when the defenseman decides that he wants to back up. If that defenseman backs up, that's when we'll use our wing to center option, and that creates a 2-on-2 or hopefully even a 3-on-2 if that wing can get out quickly. But let's say that defenseman decides that he's going to sneak in. If that defenseman decides to pinch in on that wing, that changes things. So what we'll look for then is the wing chip out option. So if that defenseman is, instead of backing up, is going to force the play on the wing can either sneak it to the center or he can chip it out off the boards. The reason that he'd chip it out off the boards is then the center would then sweep in behind the defenseman and pick it up. So let's take a look at that. So as the winger gets the puck, he immediately chips it off, and then the center gets it. We want this to occur because now we've got a 2-on-1 with our center and our wings. Let's take a look at that one more time. So as the defenseman pinches, the winger is going to recognize that, and the center will break out towards the boards. The winger is just going to dump it out and ideally put it across the faceoff dot. So our winger realizes the pinch, throws it off the boards, and the center breaks, and now we go down 2-on-1. Our third option is the center to wing. So in this case, the defenseman is going to sneak in, and our defenseman is going to pass to the center. The defenseman will sneak in, and then the center will quickly dump to the wing. So our center is going to get our first pass instead of the wing. So here's what that looks like. Our defenseman's going to look to the center, who goes, again, loops across the face-off dots, but then the center is going to be jammed by the pinching defenseman, so he's going to chip it up to the wing. So here's the defenseman to center to wing, and we're gone 2-on-1 with our two wingers. We'd love this opportunity too. So while that defenseman, it's a risky play, and sometimes you can get a reward, if you don't pinch properly, it can be very dangerous. Now let's take a look at some game action from the Lakers. Okay, let's take a look at what the breakout looks like when it's done perfectly. Before we start, we've got the puck down in the corner right here. This is the exact same configuration that we just talked about. We've got Ben on the puck hard. We've got our weak side defenseman in front of the net, keeping an eye on him. Mikhail is a wee bit out of position. Mikhail should be on this center right here, so he should be on the hash marks. And we've also got a weak side wing over here. So let's take a look at to see how the play develops. Ben is going to play hard on the puck, and now we see Carson behind the official, and Carson's going to see Ben win his battle. He's looking over his shoulder. When he sees Ben win his battle, he realizes immediately, aha, I have to go to the boards, to those hash marks, to be a support for Ben. Mikhail realizes when he gets the puck, we have to go up those dots, just like we talked about. So let's take a look at our next step. Ben wins our battle beautifully. He finds Carson exactly where he needs to be, right above the hash marks. Please take a look now at we've got Mikhail streaking up the middle. Now, what Carson is doing is he's reading this defenseman. If this defenseman backs up, we'll carry the puck, or we'll send to Mikhail in the middle. If this defenseman pinches, we're going to go with our second option, which is a chimp off the boards. That defenseman doesn't look like he's going anywhere, does it? So Carson chips that puck off of the boards around the defenseman. Mikhail reads that play, and he's going to drive down, and we're going to end up with a nice break coming out of that, 2-on-1. Mikhail goes and picks up the puck, and as a result, we're going to have a 2-on-1 break on that one defenseman. Now, let's take a look at that again. Ben wins the puck in the corner. Carson, behind the official right now, is going to go immediately to hash marks. Mikhail's going to run his route up the circles. Carson's going to read the pinch, chip the boards, 2-on-1. Now, what's bad about this is Carson's going to catch a high stick right here, and that will stun him for a little bit, and he'll come to the bench immediately. But it's a good sacrifice to get when you get a 2-on-1. Nice job, Cars. Take another look at a different situation. Now, we've got the puck in the crease, so we're in crisis mode. All of our Lakers have dived down low to protect against a crisis situation. And what happens is the puck squirts out into the corner. When that happens, immediately, Caleb, I believe, skates off into the corner and recovers our loose puck. When that happens, Chase finds that dot and immediately begins to break. When he does that, he's reading what Caleb's going to do, and he's anticipating beautifully. Caleb's reading that defenseman. The defenseman backs up, so Caleb knows he's got some time. But what he also has is he's got Chase breaking 10 feet in front of him. So he's going to find Chase. He's going to throw it into his feet just a little bit. Had that pass been out in front, we would have been good. But that is a good-looking breakout. We just missed the pass. Let's look at what that looks like in regular speed. So again, we're in crisis mode. Caleb breaks to the corner, finds Chase. Chase makes a great read, and that pass is just a little off. But a great play nonetheless, and a great read by Chase. This one is going to be a mistake, and you're going to see that the center is just a little bit late. So right now we've got the puck in the corner uncontested. So Cameron has the puck. What he's going to do is he's going to look for either Kyler or Jackson. So he's going to make the easier of the two passes. Jackson loops to the hash marks like he's supposed to. Now, Jackson has his head down and his head to the boards, which is not the position we want him in because he can't see what's going on behind him. But he's going to read this defenseman. If this defenseman backs up, Jackson knows he's got some time. If this defenseman holds his ground, Jackson knows that he's going to either chip it off the boards or chip it to the face-off dot for a breaking center. What he's looking for is Kyler to loop around those dots and begin breaking. So let's take a look at what happens. Jackson gets the recovery. He reads that defenseman. The defenseman does not draw back. Now Jackson realizes that he's being pursued by this person, and this guy is not pinching. He is pinching. He's not backing up. So Jackson needs to get rid of the puck because it's going to be a 1-on-2. What Jackson wants to do is throw to the center. But Kyler is just a little bit late. Our target is always right across the face-off dot, which is, as you'll see in just a second, exactly where this puck goes. But Kyler was just a little bit late on his break, and we missed that opportunity. So let's take a look at that again. We've got the puck in the corner. We're going to go to Jackson. Jackson's going to have to read this defenseman. When Jackson reads the defenseman, he's going to look for Kyler, but Kyler is just a little bit late. And if you watch Kyler here, he's just not quite where he needs to be. Just a little bit late, and the puck harmlessly is turned over in the neutral zone. Just missed it. Timing is so important in hockey, and the teams that do it right, they win a lot of games.